Hey, how you doing, Leos? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm the host for this channel. Welcome to Printres, Waters, Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your weekend and your week ahead. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also, check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Please take what you like and leave the rest. Just want to say thank you to you all who have liked, commented, and subscribed to this channel so far. Please continue to do so. What's going on with Leos? Okay, I'm hearing no one wants me back in my mind about you. You hoed out fool. I don't want to deal with you. It's got something to do with you and someone else saying stuff, or maybe even feeling like someone has judged you. It says no one knows why a female may have judged you to say that you are like this, or maybe even calling someone this, but she doesn't know how to support her mind, and she's enemy of a person that doesn't really understand why she's taking her life so personally when they're not really friends, or they don't really know each other, or they don't even understand each other in the same way. It says no one knows why this person had to look for clues or even get answers about situations in regards to you, or even your personal life, or even things in related to your contact details or your number, or even your credit your credit in situations. It says no one knows why this woman had to go so deep and look into personal financial issues of this person, or even looks into their pleasant lifestyle, or even takes advantage and looks deeper and wants to know more about the person that she's getting karma from. It says this person knows that she doesn't need to speak to you or the female that you may have spoken to, but she's broody and she's moaning and she's whinging, and she wants to know where she's going with her life constantly. She may not like you and may not like the person that she got information from, or even told herself why she needs to speak to therapists, or even people that she knows she could have great news from. It says sometimes she doesn't even understand where she's going, but she realized she's not taking you for granted or even taking anything from you anymore. She doesn't even want to know you, but she does know that she loves you and still wants to know you. She's just wondering what she should do. She really wants to know how she can support you without haters being there in her mind or telling her off, or how she can get involved with you or what's going on with you. She just knows that she shouldn't speak to you or the person about what's going on with her mind, and she realizes she doesn't want to dump you. She's just got gossip or other people around her talking about you, or talking into things in her mind about how she could persuade you to come and be with her, or even drug use is something that she thought that you may be using, because she says you always talk to her like as if you got good karma, but later on she realized it is true. There's certain things that they're saying about you that it's not really good for you to be involved in her life. It's like she wants to know where she should go with you and how she should support you or be there for you, but she doesn't know what to do about situations that may harm you or harm you or harm you, because she wants to tell you off and make sure she tells you off, and really wants to tell you off, but doesn't know how to support you. She may pick on you or even bruise your ego at times. She may never want to see that you're good in your life. She's always looking for ways that she can harm herself or even harm others through the mentoring that she gets or even receives in her own mind, how she looks at things or deals with things. She's negative and she doesn't want to hear that she's good karma to you, but she's warning herself to stay away or even keep a close eye on what it is that she has to say to you, or even speak to you about, or even warn herself that she can speak to someone else or move on from the situation with you. Time and time again, she doesn't know how to speak to you or give you clues about what's going on, but it says that you would know a lot more than she does in regards to how you look at things. It says no one knows why you speak about her a lot, but she wonders if you do, and if you're going to speak to her, she wants to know when you're going to speak to her and how you're going to be maneuvering or even speaking about her. She's contacting people in her mind, telling you off, making sure that your life is hell, and talking about how she's putting negative curses or even enemies on you in your mind, and making you feel like bad news is there all over again. It says trial and error with this person. They don't know how to speak about you, but it says you have blessings, 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 because you will not stand for it, and no one else around you will stand for it, and people know you, and people will hear you and guide you and protect you, and good karma is there for you in your mind, and love and light is there to hold you down in your mind and tell yourself that you have good karma. Wow. So there could be someone behind the scenes. Okay, if it's not someone that you deal with directly, okay, male or female, but I'm picking up more so a female. Okay, this could be for you guys that are dealing with a female friend, a female lover, you know, maybe a particular female in some way in your life, or you know, just someone that you have to, you know, relate to in regards to your commitments in some type of way. Okay, but it looks like whatever's going on with that person, a Leo, you are blessed. Okay, so it doesn't matter. This person wants an opportunity, and maybe they just don't know how to deal with you. Okay, right, let's see what's going on for Leo, please. Anything else? It says, warning, I will call you and even ring the doorbell if I have to. I'm not joking. I'm coming around one day and you'll see me, and I'm not going to speak to you. I'm just going to say, well, where are you and what are you doing? I need to hear from you one day, and I need to know where you live. If I can get hold of you, then I'll get hold of you, but I need to know where you live. Okay, now this could be some information coming towards you, Leo, or maybe this is an air sign person. It could be a fire sign person, or it could even be yourself that wants to know where someone lives. Okay, it says no one needs to speak about war all the time in their mind, but the trouble is someone can't give up what it is that they've got going on with their mental health, and they don't need the stress with other people getting involved in their personal life or their personal affairs. 999 is something that someone wanted to call out or even cry out one day when they felt like bad news was coming to them. It says they don't know how to speak, but someone here is causing another person grief and wants to know that people in their life are going to be made hurt or even harmed. It says people, because I know that I can harm many people in your life. It does say warning, she does know where you are or who you are and how you speak about things all the time. It says you do know that you have family that talk about me, and I know that I'm talking about you and many of you related to caring and custody and problems in my mind. I have mental health and I don't want to stress, but I'm taking it out on everyone around you, including the female that I don't really like, that belongs to you or is around you or is a parent of yours or a family member of yours or a female around you, cousin, friend, negative neighbor, whoever. Okay, all right, could be dealing with an earth sign who has an idea of things that are going on in their head right now. Okay, if not, it could be a fire sign. Maybe it's you, Leos, or it could be another fire sign. And I'm hearing war. So there's no need to speak. Karma is coming for whoever the person is that's dealing with their problems in that way. I know this because I'm not going to selectively give out anyone's credentials or even problems of people's. I'm not going to share it. But if they test me or try me too hard, then warning, something's going to happen. It says police cars may come if they want to bring them themselves, or if they want to trouble me too much to the point where I have to go down that route. It says I will never go down that route. If this person doesn't know how to handle themselves, then they're going to have to deal with whatever's coming. I know that I don't want to deal with them in that way, so I've warned myself to stay low, be quiet, and not speak to them. But warning, they keep trying to trouble their mind or even trouble me in my mind. And warning, if they keep discussing you or my father figures, my family members, or people of that nature, there's going to be drama or even karma for them to deal with. They have to deal with their own raft, and I'm not dealing with them. So let them speak less about me. Speak less about me. Don't contact me. Don't warn me that you want to see me. Don't hurt me or my family. Don't hurt yourselves even, because when you're trying to harm me, you're going to hurt yourself. And I realize I am not putting up with any negativity. You have to deal with problems of your own. I don't want to hear that problems are always mine, or I have to deal with other people's drunken states or mental health or even problems of that kind. I just don't want to deal with everyone's problems. Every time I get jip from everyone, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So back off. Okay, could be dealing with a water sign person. This could be a Pisces. It could even be a Cancerian, or it could be a Scorpio. All right, I do see a fire sign person here as well. And I also see an air sign person as well. Okay. Says there's no one speaking about anyone in bad ways, but what if she keeps talking and talking and talking to the point where she keeps bringing up stuff in her mind and telling her friends and her family members that she's warring with herself too much, and she wants to know how she can stop warring with herself because she doesn't know how to speak kindly about people or even bring down the mental stress that she has in her mind, to the point where she calls out help or even needs support in her mind to her friends or family members, to struggle even more because they're warning her, stop speaking about people or stop getting other people involved. It says trial and error is there with people like you. I wouldn't want to get involved with people like you, calls out a person in her crowd. It says someone in her crowd knows you are there and wants to know you are there, but doesn't want to know that you're calling out anyone in her circle or crowd for legalities or even fraud or stolen items or even things related to drugs or negative mental stress. It says they all feel like bad news is there, but it says warning, why is one woman shutting the door and closing her mouth and not saying anything? It says warning, do you not see that she's not trying to say shit? Why do you keep bothering her? It says she knows she didn't want any problems, and that's why she said what she said. She never told you that she wanted drama from you. Realize why she's not speaking. Is it because she doesn't like you? Is it because she's never known you? Is it because she's not your friend? Is it because she doesn't want to know you? Is it because she never needed to know you? Is it because she's lying? And is it because she really wants to tell herself that she's not saying anything but she could? What is it? I want to know, but I know that I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking about you. And I realize that I know that I'm speaking about you too, says the person that knows her, the person that got all these people involved. It does say negative, negative, negative person in the name of N, or possibly another name. Okay, like maybe their initials is an N. Okay. Or it could be an earth sign or an air sign. It says they know that they can speak about anything they want to me, but when they keep bothering me over a person that lives below or above them, it says time and time again, I keep getting stressed and thinking, what the hell's going on with them? Are they rude? Are they negative? Are they evil? Are they problematic? Are they giving stress to the other person that they got me invited into and want to give stress to? It seems like that, says one lady or another man or another female. It says it seems like these two don't know how to support their mind, and they've been picking on a person that they've asked us to get involved with. It says she knows this too, i.e. that's why she's staying quiet. She knows they've got health problems or mental issues or problems with them that they don't know how to digest or get over. It says she knows she's got warning signs written all over her, because she's warning us, if you get too involved with them, then there's going to be problems for you too. But if you back off, then there's going to be innocence. Leave us to deal with it. We see what's going on, and we understand that these negative people that have got us involved in a problem that we shouldn't have got involved in, and even though we did, we try to warn them that we would help them, it's trouble in paradise for them too. It says problems with them is they can't listen or even can't kind of hear what's going on with their own mind. They see problems constantly in their own lives, and they're drug using or taking herbal medication or something. It does say they warn themselves that they don't use, but they're always looking for bad news to bring to others, and members of their family are very venom right now, or angry, or looking into the problem with them so deeply to the point they don't know how to spare their lives, their minds, or even move on. It says they know they'll be witness in their mind to whoever is coming forward. It says trouble with the person that lives near the other person is going to happen in 2 years or 2 weeks. One day it's going to brew. And it says, now I know never to speak to this one that's coming back to her mind saying she's going to cause problems for her neighbor or her friend again. And it doesn't seem like she's a friend to her, but it does say warning, she always wants to laugh at me, and I know that I don't like it. This is why the neighbor or the friend keeps bothering the neighbor or the friend above them, i.e. the earth sign keeps bothering the water sign and keeps probably giving them attacks or nervousness or problems to deal with. It says, I don't want to care about that. I realize I am a problem, but I don't want to hear that she's always going to be a problem in my mind. I hear this person all the time. It says this person, this left-handed negative person, says the earth sign, the one that holds on to the water sign that always wants drama with them. It says they know they have problems with people. The negative air sign is always there trying to give problems to the water sign, and the water sign has told the air sign to stop making trouble. It says the earth sign doesn't want to make trouble as much as they thought now, because they realize the air sign is a mental, and it doesn't say good karma for the air sign with the water sign or the earth sign now, because the earth sign is looking at the air sign like you always want to make trouble. Now I realize I'm in problems with people because you are getting me in trouble with the air sign and the water sign, and anyone else that is getting involved in my mind. I feel like I'm the troubled one because I've got problems with my mind now and I don't know what to do. It says the earth sign doesn't want to know what to do, the air sign doesn't want to know what to do, the water sign doesn't know what to do, and the water sign that is outside of the connection, which is related to the earth sign or the air sign, it says the air sign does not know how to support the earth sign that's doing things. It says one of these days we are all going to get done for, or maybe someone else is going to look into it and move on. We know that we could trouble her some more and tell her that she's got problems. But what if she's got problems that are not related to yours? It says, I know this and I don't want to deal with you anymore, says the loyal water sign and earth sign, because the earth sign is saying now the water sign is speaking less. What if I am the cause of the problem? And seeing that I am the cause of the problem, I deal with my mind now and tell myself I can't understand what's going on. I need to hear what's going on, and I'm looking forward to bad news. One of these weeks or one day I just want to hear it so I can feel like I've got good news in my mind. Trouble is I don't know how to see it or even speak about it with no one coming forward. And the thing about it is I'm holding on to many things: nervousness, negative energy, and even grudges or singling out the situation because I don't want to know. I just realize I need to leave this person alone, i.e. I need to leave the person alone. Speaking less to them or seeing them is something I want to do, but I don't even want to know that she's going to call me out and tell me I've done something to her or hurt her. I don't want to hear the water sign has done me something, but I know I could do her something. And I realize the water sign is giving me a bad name right now because of what I done, and I realize I can't speak about it or talk about it, but she knows she can, and if she wants to she can say something. It's just she's not nervous, is she? Or is she saying something to herself? What's going on? I wouldn't know, but I don't want to know that she's going to come for me. Okay, that is a lot. So it looks like this earth sign is a, you know, it's stirring some type of problem, but it's in relation to the air sign, okay, and got another people involved in a situation. All right, so let's see what's going on. All right, anything else? Goodness, Leo. It says laugh because no one is talking about anyone but sexual health problems of nervousness, and anyone else that talks about me is going to get it. So this could be you guys as well. All right, it does say you want to help with someone to stabilize your mind, Leo, and you do want to help someone to stabilize who you are as a man, really letting go of a situation. Okay, so you know the information that I just mentioned before, that can relate to man or female, but it looks like now we've got Leo energy coming out, okay, with the King of Wands, okay, but it doesn't have to be, it could be male or female, but it's specifically talking about man that needs some type of support stabilizing his thoughts and wants to help anyone to move on or pass a situation with their legal matters or their drama. It does say that they want to know great things are going to happen, so they're personally going to give you a great whining or moaning one day to see if they can help themselves to move past the situation. It says they know they can see help coming in, and they don't want to hear that it's bad news. They just want to see support is there for them and how they can support a person in the near future, and really sex them and give them help with other things that they want. It says time and time again, I see myself as a nice person, and even a person that never wants to give bad news. I just know that I'm negative at times and I don't want to deal with the stress, but I do want to help someone and I want to give them great news and warn myself that I can give blessings to someone. I don't have to curse them or hurt them. I just want to give blessings to someone. So you could just want to bless someone, Leo, or help them in some type of way, you know, just to stabilize your mind, stabilize your thoughts. You could even be wanting a new female, you know, or maybe it's the current female you want to stay with or stabilize things with. This is the trouble is not all of you want the same thing. Some of you guys want a girlfriend that's new. Some of you guys want a girlfriend that's old. Some of you guys want a new person. Some of you guys just want to eat or live your life and be merry and happy and don't want to stress and may want to support someone to eat today, maybe even giving them a gift of food, or even a letter to help them, or even to struggle more in your mind and wonder if you can support someone in some way. Poorly judging someone is not going to be the answer, but maybe just gifting them and helping them today. Okay, so maybe some of you guys just want to gift someone and help them today. Maybe, give someone, a present or a gift, or maybe even, give to charity, or, whatever it is. You just want to give someone or help them or stabilize your relationship in some way. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Says, I love myself too much to want to hurt myself. I would never hurt myself. And I wonder why people always talk about me all over. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear people want to hurt me. I don't want to hurt myself. I realize this because I love myself too much to know that I'm going to die or hurt myself. And I realize this a lot. No one needs to speak to me or even speak about me. I don't want to hurt myself. Okay, so there could be someone that has judged you, maybe wrongly, or maybe things that you've gone through in your life, Leos. You feel like you don't want to self-harm or hurt yourself in any way. You don't want to do any of that. And you want people to stop talking about you, or even, looking into your life as, like they want to harm you in some type of way, possibly. Maybe it's harming your head, knowing that you've had to deal with certain incidences or with people that, have, trauma or dramatic times that they want to send your way, or, have done so in the past. So let's see what else is going on for Leo. I'm hearing drugs is not smart either. So I don't know if there's a drug abuser, or someone using in some way, or, someone just judging someone. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Says, I hate the way you look and I wouldn't dare speak about it. Alright, this could be an air sign person that hates the way you look right now, or that hates the way you sound, or hates the way you look at them, or just maybe from what they've heard, okay, and seems to be talking to themselves about that and taking their time. Says, I wouldn't want to dare get involved with you with nothing you've got going on, because I hear that you always want to cause problem for me. I just realized it's not going to be worth it though, because I can single you out and be mean and mad at you, but I know that you were trying to help me at the same time too, and I realize it's just a timing. It's mostly just a timing. You wanted me to be there for you at the time that you wasn't there, and at the time that you did want me to know that you was going to come back, you was there wanting to know where it was going. You just don't know how to support your mind, and I poorly judge the situation. Why would I rip you apart? Why would I hurt you? Why would I make you feel sad when you only need to know that I'm there for a certain amount of time and not all the time? I just realized I am not the one to blame though. I don't want to hear that I'm blamed all the time. And I realize she's not blaming me. She's just trying to tell me it is good for you to standard a situation in a way that you can be rational, not speak about being there ongoing, or leaving something to be left to you all the time, where you make the decisions all the time. It says, I don't want to hear that, but I realize she's only trying to help you, Leos. And if she's only trying to help you, then I'm certainly not going to harm you. But I realize it's not my fault. I just wanted to be there longer, and I realize I shouldn't speak to you or speak to you in your mind about things, or even tell you off. I just understand you're not going to be clever like me, or even smart like me, the way I can speak about things and take advantage, or even have what I want ongoing, and then tell myself that I want things ongoing. I realize it's not going to be worth telling myself that if I'm always going to be told, leave it to me, I will deal with the situation. Says another woman. It does say your family member may have got involved in something, and it does say the air sign person doesn't really want to know that the fire sign woman or the earth sign woman or another woman, okay, is getting involved. It says someone here got involved in a situation, and maybe the air sign person didn't like it. It says, trouble is, the person doesn't need to speak to me, but I warn myself, this is my mum or my parent or an aunt or a friend. And I don't want to hear that they're always going to be problematic. So I'm going to give myself time to speak to you about the situation or never get involved again. It says no one knows why this Leo always jumps in or gets involved in other people's problems. It says now I know not to speak because Leo is also invited into my business and I want to hear what's going on with them. It says this person always wants to look into people's problems or see that problems is not there for them. When are you going to learn not to speak about me or get involved in my life? I don't want to hear that problems are always there with you. Obviously, it's not going to be about Leo all the time, but Leo is always getting involved with other people's affairs. And the problem is they always speak about people in negative ways. I've tried to warn myself not to speak, but negative energy with the Leo is getting on my nerves. Okay, could be dealing with an earth sign, could be dealing with the air sign, could be dealing with a water sign, or it could be another fire sign. Okay. It does say this person doesn't regret it, do they? They hate getting involved with other people's business and they laugh it off all the time and never want to hear that they're going to get involved in your life again. It does say bad news for whoever it is, but it says, Leo, you do understand you're warning someone not to speak about you, but cosmically you're giving them information to laugh at or make fun of. It does say you probably didn't want to get involved with anyone's business, did you? But I realize I will regret it if I get involved in your life too much. I do know that. I just know that I can't speak to you and I don't know how to speak to you, but I'm warning you, don't speak to me again. Don't speak to me again. Don't warn yourself enough to speak to me again, because if I speak to you, it's going to be a problem. Okay, it does look like it's a Sagittarius. If not, it could be Leo. It could also be in regards to a Scorpio. It says laugh if you want to, but I know where it is going and how to support the situation if I need to. I would never speak to you directly, but what if someone was gossiping too much to the point where they were laughing and making fun of the person and making them feel bad? It says trouble is with people, they always want to laugh and gossip, but no one knows why someone has to take it 10 steps ahead of another person. Only the person knows why she's doing that. Okay, so, you know, maybe someone wanted to take something 10 steps ahead, you know. It does say most definitely this person's spirit is telling them off that someone's laughing or gossiping about them. It does say warning, you always think things about you, but when it comes to you and other people, you will laugh and gossip and tell lies and drug yourself or even drink or maybe even tell yourself many times over you've got problems with people but never want to hear it yourself. You are a hoe, you are a this, you are a that, says the earth sign to the fire sign Sagittarius, or even someone around them that doesn't really know them very well and gets involved in the problems too, which is also an Aries or a fire sign. It says this person doesn't need to know who you are, but what if you're always gossiping and laughing about me to the point where I can tell that they're going to get told off one day? I really could, because I could tell them many things over and over again about you and your mind and your family and where things are going with your life. And I know I can't get involved, but watch me one day spend the night in my mind troubling myself too much trying to look into people's lives and telling myself I could get this person done for. And I realized this in my mind one day when I said something to someone and they told me don't speak, but I will hurt this person, because I realized this person is ready to war with you and I don't want to war with you. But what if I want them to war with you? And I see this, I really see this, because I troubled myself one day trying to set you up many times over and even hurt you, and I realized I should never have done this, never. But I know now not to speak or even get involved in your personal affairs, because love life is serious out here and I feel like bad news is there with me anyway. When I get involved in situations, I don't want to hear that problems are there all the time. So when you want to speak about me, look at what it is that you're doing. And maybe even subject yourself to problems with your own life. Look at how you have problems in your own life now. You've never even told me what was going on, but I realize that you always have mind games to play with people or talk about them negatively, or don't want to hear that other people have problems, or even hear that people do have problems and never want to deal with your own. But you've tried to warn me many times that I have problems of my own, and I've showed you I have problems, but I'm not dealing with them the same way you want me to. I just see myself as someone that's always causing burdens for you, though, because you're probably troubled in your mind on why singleness is something that you needed to have. I never thought that you could have a single parent or a single partner or a single person. I thought that you could always have drama in your life, but I'm never going to deal with the drama that I gave to you. I just warn you, don't speak about me or listen to my mind. In the meantime, I'm wondering, are you talking about me? Where are you? And what you do in your life? What's going on? Why do I need to know so much? Because I'm warring with myself that I need to know everything so I can support who I am as a mind reader or a negative person in my own mind. I just want to hear who you are though when you're talking about me, and I don't think you are, but I just wonder where you are. Okay, this could be an Aquarius. Okay, it could be an Aquarius that has a problem with you, Leo, or maybe has a problem with someone around you, maybe a water sign person, okay, or maybe an earth sign person or an air sign person. It says the water sign person doesn't need to speak to anyone and doesn't need to speak about anyone, but warning, what if this person has a problem with an earth sign female that's constantly digging their heels in too much with this fire sign person and doesn't know how to support the water sign person with the mentality that she's giving off or even letting her know about in her mind, and telling her, why don't you go and look for her? Why don't you go and see her? Why don't you look into what's going on with her life? Where are you now with this? What's going on? Are you speaking to her? Have you seen her? And no one knows why this earth sign person is getting their mind involved in other people's business. It's the trouble with the earth sign is that she's always lying and laughing and making fun with this person to lie and laugh about you, possibly you, Leo, or maybe even someone around you. It does say personally. It doesn't say anyone is coming to get you, or even your parent or family member or even friend or whoever it is that you're related to this other fire sign, this Sagittarius. But it says no one needs to get involved with other people's lives, and if you pay attention, you need to speak less about anyone that has come into contact with you and this person, because she is moaning that she can hear feelings of her own telling her that someone has been dying of laughter about her or making fun of her, and she's making detours in her mind about why she needs to pursue negative energy or even hurt someone. She doesn't know how to support everything in her mind because she's poorly judging a situation, including her own life, but she does know that she's got warning signs all over her, or she's laughing at herself right now because people are laughing at her. But it does say bad news for whoever's laughing at whoever, because drug users are also the ones that want to see that bad news comes to them, or even bad news goes to other people. It says many times over, I've seen this because when I look at my family or even people that want to be around me, I see that they're all speaking about using or even using something that they've got going on. It says many times over they've got something going on with them, but they don't want people to laugh at them. It says sometimes you've got to laugh at your own shadow, because Leo, no one is speaking about you in a bad way. And warning, whoever you thought was using drugs is no longer using them, or they've moved on and you wouldn't even know it because you don't speak to them. It says, warning, when are you going to rest your case and leave the stress to your own mind, because you're also bringing up things of past tense or old news that you're dragging many people involved in, or even talking about or gossiping about with other people, and don't know how to support your own mind with things you've got going on personally in your own traits or in your own life. It says sometimes people want to move on. When are you going to learn to move on too? So this sounds like a lot of gossip has been going on as well, talking about people and their information or things that they've brought up in relation to maybe a Sagittarius or an earth sign, or maybe someone's talking to an earth sign too much about things. It does say warning that if she does gossip way too much and laugh, because she's not even laughing at you, she's laughing at the person, and then she realized that she's not even laughing with you because she found you hilarious one day when she wanted to tell you about yourself. It does say the water sign mum or dad or even friends of yours is not going to get involved, but it says water sign female, she's not even getting involved in your life. But you may have to look at other people in your life that you're dealing with, or even stroking your mind about, or even telling yourself that you gossip way too much and you do know this, but you just don't know how to stop laughing it off and making fun of it. It says you do have to look into things if you're trying to work on the ways that it's going. It says it's not your business, or it's not going to be your business, and it wasn't your business, but at the time maybe you was concerned about it, or the person was gossiping or talking to you about it. It says you may not need to get involved, but you need to laugh it off and move on, because troubles are there for the person that you are dealing with in your mind about the gossip, or maybe even problems in your own life that you need to see and look into may even work in your favor. justifying why you've got the same problem or a similar issue. It says you don't need to know what's going on, but you have drug use in your mind, or maybe even things that you use and you don't know how to support it, while the other person has stopped using any form of drugs and you realize it's not going to be worth talking about. You really, really need to understand where this person's coming from, because they are trying to change or move on from many things and you wouldn't even understand or wonder why, because you're too busy gossiping and joking and laughing about them, and you would never know what's going on. Okay, that could be spirit giving you kind of like a warning. This person's changed now and you don't even know what's going on, Leos. Okay, all right, let's see what else is going on. Says no one is changing the outcome until you pretend that things are getting better for you. You've got to work on yourself, Leos, and trouble is you need to see who you are. Okay, that's what Spirit is trying to tell you. It says my mind game is telling me off. People want to laugh at me and joke with me and joke at me at the same time. When will I see that someone is going to tell me off again? Because I realize this. Someone's ready to tell me off now, but I wonder if it's her, this earth sign person. Is she going to tell me off, or am I going to tell her off? Because I'm ready to tell her off already. Okay, so you could be thinking whether or not an earth sign's going to tell you off, or if you're going to tell them off. Okay. Okay, let's look into your work if nothing else is going on. What's going on with Leo's work? Leo's work. Says Leo does not have anything to say much going on these days about their jobs or even switching job roles. Wanting to know that certainly someone is going to get involved with them one day is more so the issue. They want to know who they can speak to, or even see that someone is going to contact them. It says no one's going to contact this person for you, Leo. It does say all this time you've been waiting for someone to contact you and you realize it's not going to work. It says sometimes you just got to leave a situation to unfold or let it go. It says sometimes you've got to smile it off and pretend that you're okay, or even see that you are okay and certainly not okay at the same time. You've really got to mean well to yourself and move on from situations or past tense people. It says sometimes people don't want to deal with you and you have to understand why, and just leave the situation to unfold or have a happy life of your own. It says sometimes you realize that you didn't need to speak about someone so much when it was the time of your birthday, or maybe even a time that you knew that you had problems, or maybe even a time that you felt like you wanted to speak to them and couldn't speak to them. It says many times over you wondered what a person is doing and where they are now, and how you could support them in their mind of things that they've got going on with your mind and things that you've got going on. It says the trouble is laughing and gossiping and talking too much is also an issue. It says when would you realize that? Because I don't want to speak about everything all the time with you, and I realize that you do talk a lot. It does say you talk a lot to the person or people around you. It says the problem is people have seen that you do gossip or talk a lot, and many of you need to stop speaking about me. It says a person behind the scenes, or the person or the member of your family, or a jealous friend, or whoever it is that you feel like is out of order, is not wanting to deal with you no more. It says the problem is they don't want to deal with you for the things that you've got going on or who you are as a person, and many times over think you laugh a lot, gossip a lot, challenge them a lot, or even try them a lot, or make fun of them a lot, or even personally give them good news in their mind and then take it back, or make fun of them, or make you feel like you've got the upper hand. It says many times over this person does not want to feel your wrath or even challenged by you, but doesn't want to have to bring out any bad news to you or bring out a wrath to harm you. It says they know that they could whenever they want to, but they don't know how to support their mind with everything that you've got going on when they've got trial and error in their own life, in their own background, in their own situation that they want to deal with personally, and support their mind privately and not get involved in you and your lifestyle personally and miserably and privately, i.e. because you have things going on in your life that you know you're not well about, or happy about, or whatever it is that you've got going on, that wants to always see that you're in their life and always needy, or needing a friend, or needing some support, or needing some help, or needing whatever it is that you need from them. But the trouble is, they understand that they could be there for you. They're just warning you that you're overly obsessively needing them, or needing a friend from them, and don't know how to support them with everything that they've got going on. And they try to warn you that they don't know how to speak about it with you, because they call you out sometimes and tell you about yourself, or let you know that they have things about you in their mind that they don't mind speaking to you about, or even being around you with, or even talking to you with, or even being available to you with, but don't want to be around you because of certain things that you say or do, or mean to others, i.e. you are mean to others. At times they realize this, that you can be the mean person, and it doesn't say that it sits well with them. It says this person knows that they don't want to struggle with any type of disorder that you may feel like they have. They just have good news for them in the way that they have it, and they don't want to support you with bad news. So members of your family are telling you to justify yourself and move on, or pee off is what the person would say, or laters, or move on, or just dump your mind on whatever it is you've got to do, because they're telling you, warning, I do not want to be around you. Okay, so someone here does not want to be around you. All right, anything related to work now, because I feel like that was more so personal, and it could be someone at work, who knows. But let's see what's going on. It could also be someone that's been working on someone, so to speak. So let's see what's going on with work. Work is going to be very committed to you in the next 2 weeks. It says 2 weeks because you have many things that you've got to do there, and certainly sorting out your mind and things that you have to do to weather the storm, or even problematic situations that you can trial or even move past, or maybe even see that brilliance is there in your mind to support yourself, so that you can ideally gift yourself many things time and time again. It says sometimes you've got to look forward to studies, or even clever ideas that you've got to pull off, or even see that blessings are coming to you and wonder how you're going to make sure that they do maneuver in the mind of yours, and make sure that they come to you, and make sure that you feel like great news is coming with your love life, because you certainly want to make plans towards those things. You just know that you have to justify when you want to have great news, and personally work on your ways or your lifestyle or things of that nature to support your work practices. It does say you love yourself way too much, and you do love yourself ongoing. It says sometimes you love yourself way too much to the point where you don't make room for anyone else to even breathe the light of your light, or even the air of your air, or even to trouble you with the words I love you. It says sometimes you want to, but you find it hard, most definitely finding it hard now, to hear the words that you want to hear, which is obviously something that you need to hear at times to bless yourself and give yourself good karma. It says sometimes people need to award you with things to do, or even things to have, or even things to feel, touch, or even say with the words I love you, or even caring about you, or even tenderoni energy is something that you want to see with someone, or you want to bless yourself with this yourself. It says you will gift yourself all these things when you work on who you are, and certainly want to work on everything that you've got going on in the near 2 weeks or 2 months, or even now. It does say a lot of you are stressed and want to see blessings come to you, but you're working hard towards supporting all these things that you've got going on, and you're dressed to impress, or even looking blessed in your mind and feeling very nice about who you are, and certainly want to know if you can warn yourself not to speak about bad news again, because the trouble is that you need to move on. Okay. All right, so let's see what's going on with business for Leos. Business is not really about business pleasures. It does say business is going to be booming for a lot of you guys that are in your work. Attributes of your success are going to be very good. It says try me, and I can warn you that it's not going to be that great. I will warn you it's not going to be that great if I get involved. It doesn't say it's going to be that great. I just got to warn you, be there or be square. You're not going to have great business all the time, or you're not going to do great all the time, but you've got to warn yourself that things are going to certainly surprise you, and how you can practice giving yourself good karma, or loyalty, or even friendships, or even people that are getting involved. Someone doesn't want you to speak, but someone wants you to get involved in their nervousness and are pretending with you today, or seeing that bad news come to you at any time, just because you may have gossiped or lied about them, or even spoke to them. It says they know they have to move past the ignorance or the situation in their self, and move on past the studies in their mind about problems. It says this person may not want to get involved with you again with your problems and doesn't want to see problems come to them. So they're warning you not to speak to them or even speak about them, but they do like themselves a lot and want to hear themselves give themselves better news. It says the problem is they don't want to speak about good things all the time and may not want to study what's going on with them all the time, but they need to listen to themselves and move on and move past the situation and try me. It says I will never hear from you again in your mind telling me that you can help me or even support me with things and then you take it back. It says the problem with this person is they don't like to hear that they are always given an opportunity and then the opportunity gets stolen away from them, or there's time where they have to spend their mind on something and then it has to stop. It says this person is mean and they are aggressive, or they've got problematic issues, i.e. they've got problems in their mind, maybe even need to speak about situations to their mind or even solve their problems in their mind on their own. It says the trouble with them is they don't want to listen to anyone and they've got arrogance or ignorance in them that will provide blasphemy or even blessings at times, because this person can be helpful or supportive, but it does say this person is warning you they can control things when they feel like it or even steal things when they feel like it, and want to know that they can support the idea or put people behind negative jealousy or even problematic situations. It says this problem is lethal with their mind right now because they are brewing inside with negative jealousy or mental health. It does say problem is this is a problematic person and they may not even speak to you all the time, but they deal with people all the time, and they may not even speak to people all the time too, but they probably have jealousy or even nine-mindedness. At times they can be nervous or stressed or scared, but it says this person knows how to put it in the back of their mind and solve their problems in their mind and feel like they've got it together all the time, i.e. they will have their shit together. But it does say blessings are there with this person if they can control who they are, their mind and their energy and their enemy energy that they have towards you today. It says the problem is that they don't know how to speak about everything and they want to move past it, but they're ignoring you so that they can fill their mind and talk about things that they've got going on in their mind and solve the ignorance inside them or maybe even the problems inside them that they're dealing with. It says negative energy is in me right now and I don't want to deal with it, but I heard you talk about me and I'm wondering why. And where is it going? Are you going to help me when I need help again? Or are you going to support me or support another person or a situation? When are you going to stop lying or even telling me that I've got negative news? It says this person keeps telling you that you've got bad news in the back of your head and you can hear it. It says this person is also making you feel nervous or sad and you don't want to get involved with them. It says this person may not be good for you and they know now not to trust you or even trust what's going on with you. It says you know that you can't trust them too, but you realize that you don't want to have negative energy with them and you realize that you don't want to deal with them in problematic ways. They have problems and way worse than what it is that you've got going on. And they know that they can give you harm at any time, but they won't harm you as long as they know that people are there supporting you, or maybe even supporting their mind to probably put back a step, a problem to solve on their own. They will be good to you as long as they are good to themselves and they realize that they can't harm you. If they are harming you, they are harming their mind or even a member of your family or even police or negative energy or even jails or even nervousness. This person goes way too far in their mind with things that they know they could support, but they will probably leave you alone and let go of the situation and laugh it off and move on because they are troubling their mind today, looking at you or looking at the situation or looking at how curses or spells or root work can come into the situation. It says they know they can speak about anything to themselves again and again and see that their problems are there constantly and wonder where it's going because they don't want to hear good news is coming to them, and they warn themselves to back off and really want to back off, but they're nervous and they're frightened and they're also worried about situations of theirs or even things that they want and see that they could get with another person around you that could support them, but they don't know if they could have problems with you again and 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 again all the time because they need to support who they are, and in their mind they're subjected to nervousness or karma coming to them right now. And it does say they keep looking for you and understanding why you did it and can't understand why you did it enough and is haunted by your energy right now and realize that they need to move on, and smoking and drinking or even things of that nature that come into their mind is something that they think about, but they warn themselves, don't speak, I will never hurt you, I'm just karmically giving myself time to think which way I'm going, and I wonder if I should sit down on this more than I should, cursing myself or even looking into it too far. It does say blessings are coming for you though when you realize that good karma is coming with this person or with another person, but you have to help yourself with whoever's there trying to tell you off or giving you drama today. Could be an air sign person or an earth sign person or another fire sign person. Okay, I know that was a lot of information, but this is how this person is sitting down meditating on the situation that could have occurred or could have happened, or whatever's going on between you both currently right now. Okay, it does say bad news for whoever's going to go into deep about whoever is going to come out of the situation unharmed, because I know I'm not harmed when I've got someone that loves me around me. I realize people do care about me, so I'm not going to allow people to get in my way. But I realize who I am too. I'm nervous, but I can help myself. And I'm not going to allow the person to feel like they're scaring me or pushing me around. I do know this, and I'm going to make sure people understand this too when I warn myself that I have better news inside myself, because right now I am scared or nervous, but I realize I can push past this energy and see that blessings are there with my family and people around me that can protect me. So I'm not going to allow anyone to get on my nerves, but I realize good karma can come to me whenever I feel like it. And I'm wondering how this person can relate to the situations that I've been in, because I've warned them many times over, you can't come into my life in a way that you're always bothering me. You can't come around me in a way that you're always sending me in my head and making me feel bad news is there with you. You're always trying to make me feel that way, and I can't hear the person enough tell me off, but I really can't understand why this person keeps haunting me and telling me bad things are going to happen, bad things are going to happen, bad things are going to happen. Okay, so that could be the person. Okay, that this energy right now, this could be you, Leo's, thinking about, thinking about this to yourself, about that person, okay, that I just mentioned beforehand. Okay, it says sometimes you don't know how to speak about things all the time to me though. I feel like problematic situations should be mine and mine alone. I realize someone else shouldn't be getting involved, and I heard myself say stop doing that, but I realize it's not going to be her that stops me from getting myself hurt. It's me. I have to try and challenge myself. So you could be self-talking yourself right now, Leo, okay, and don't want other people to get involved, to help you sometimes. But it says many times over you could have been hurt, or even ideally, if you're a parent, you could be trying to solve problems for your children. Ideally, if you're a child, you could have to listen to your parent. It does say some of you guys have to deal with ignorance as well inside your jobs or your workplace, or maybe even things of that nature when it comes to your finances, or even the victories that you've served, or even the strain or the stress or the parents or some type of pent up energy. Maybe it's pent up energy. It says pent because pent up energy is there, and it's also pending. Okay, so maybe something is pending as well. And it does say whining and dining in my mind is something that's going on where it is sitting there and making me feel nervous. So something could be just sitting there in your mind making you feel nervous. Okay, it says sometimes you have to listen to what's going on and see what's going on and look at good news coming in. It says blessings are there for you to deal with everything, and you wonder why you can't cope. You have plenty of room to help situations and unwind a situation, and deserve to have great news in your life. One day I will serve you and make you have blessings. One day I'm going to help you have blessings. Warning, I've got to help you stroke your ego a little bit and make sure you are confident or strong or even mindful about who you are, because I don't want to harm you. I just want to help you, and I'm realizing why I'm helping you. I'm supporting you with many things to love yourself and give yourself back to the universe and say that you did it. You done great news on this earth or on this planet, and you have many times over helped so many people support who you are. And how you can support your mind is giving yourself to good karma. Okay, that could be a water sign person helping you, okay, particularly a Scorpio. All right, it could be a Capricorn as well. All right, but it does say mainly the water sign person who helps you is someone that you see as a father figure or a mother figure or a lover or a friend, or even someone in your mind that you see that you love so much to the point where they're there and you just don't know if you can hear them in yourself, and you wonder who it is. It could be you speaking to ether, God, or spiritual energy. It does say blessings are there for you, but you have to see good karma come to you. All right, so let's see what's going on with your love life. Love life, Leos. Love life is certainly going to be well. Good karma is coming in with your love. And it does say secretly affairs are not going to be the answer. Someone wants to have a secret affair, but it doesn't say it's going to be the answer. One woman does not want to know you're having a secret affair, so you may need to speak to her or even sleep with her or let her know that she's okay. And trust me, it's not always going to be easy, but Leo, it's going to be easy for you to say what you've got to say and deal with the raft of hers than her getting involved with anyone else that is causing you harm. It says problem is people jump in and get involved in your problems where you're sharing or creating a problem for yourself or even the person that you've tried to deal with. It says the problem is with people or even a certain somebody that you are sexually active with. It says they know they need to speak less to you or deal with you from afar. It says no wonder the person doesn't even want to speak to the person no more. I realize that I'm not going to close out the situation with her, but I realize that she's not talking about things no more, and she's not going to talk to me no more about things that she's heard or seen. Unless she has gathered information from somewhere. I realize it could be from somewhere that she's getting information from and judging me and putting me back a step. I don't want to hear that she's doing that. So warning, if she's trying to harm me, she needs to look at things in her own life and subject herself to those problems and look at how she needs to deal with me or move on or love me and hate me or whatever it is. I just know that I don't want to speak to her or deal with her. She just has to know who she is, and I trouble myself too many times to say, what is this woman doing? Where is she going? Where is she going? Looking like this or that? Or why is she even bothered me in my mind to say, well, she's got things on me or trying to bring me into things that I don't want to be in? I realize that I don't want to be a part of her in the ways that she sees or the way she wants, but I'm not going to bring up things in her mind all the time to make her feel like bad news is coming. I warn myself, my problem is not you. It is not me. It is her. So even if I bring up things to other people and my friends and my family members or people like you, caring for me, which is my mum or my father or whoever it is that I love, I'm not going to talk about her all the time. I'm going to talk about things that I know I love, my family, and that's all I care about is my family. I don't want to hear that this woman's always subjecting herself in karma and bringing up things from the past or even talking about me like she's got time and time again time spent in my mind. I don't want to be with her in that way, and she needs to understand who she is and warn herself to move on. Wow. Okay, so you've got information for somebody out there that you're seeing. Okay, all right, so let's see what else is going on, Leos. Love life for Leos, because this sounds very specific. It may not be for everyone. It's part of the reading, but let's see what's going on anyway. It could be for some females that are, you know, having problems with their mouths. Not all of you, but like I said, it's not for everyone. So let's see what's going on. It says you wouldn't know everything that's going on until you understand what's going on with me. I want to harm myself right now, trying to tell myself I don't, but I want to, because what if I do want to and I realize I don't, but I just want to see if it's going to happen. I would never want to harm myself, but I just want to see what's going to happen with this person telling me off or making me feel like I have to force myself to do it. It says it's not going to work in that way, so stop speaking about it and stop looking forward to things of that nature. It says you know that you can create a problem for yourself, Leos, if you keep trying to tell yourself that you're going to do stuff that you're not going to do, or even say that you want to do it. It says time and time again, I see that I don't want to do it, but what if there's a problem with her and she realized that I could create one? What if I see that I am the problem and I could create the problem for her? It doesn't say that it's bad luck though, because it does say warning, she's ready and prepared to deal with anything that comes to her with your nervousness or your negative energy. It says sometimes you realize you are the problem and you need to see why. It says sometimes you've got to warn yourself, are you hurting yourself? Are you hurting someone else? It says sometimes you've got to realize it's not smart for you to even speak about things of that nature with a person that could harm you in return. It says she knows she's a problem though. People see her as a problem, and I wouldn't want to know that she's a problem, but what if she knows she's a problem? It does say she's warning herself not to be a problem, and she sees herself doing good in the community or in life. She's trying to warn herself that better news is coming. Warning, are you giving her more problems than she needs? Are you giving her more support, or are you giving her more poor judgment, or even more nervousness, or even help? It says sometimes you've got to realize, are you helping someone or are you hurting them? Because sometimes you have to realize that you could be doing both, hurting them or helping them, or even negative enemies inside you may even warn you that you're hurting and you can't understand why. It says the problematic situations with you will never understand who you are, but it says good karma is coming to you because she's warning you, she's trusted you to be there, and she wants to love you and stabilize things with you and love you and take time and build something with you, or certainly not want to be with you at all. She does not want to see that you're hurting. She doesn't want to see that you're unwell. She just wants to support you or be there for you. She doesn't want to be there for you ongoing if you don't feel like it. And she may even leave your life one day, or even see that your troubles are all yours. The problem is that you may want to see that the trouble is hers, and you may want to look for her and even beat her or hurt her or even harm her. When are you going to realize that you're harming someone that is very dear to you? And very, very clearly in your mind, you know that you are hurting yourself to hurt her. Stop troubling your mind to hurt the person that's caring for you or loving you. It doesn't say it's good news, but it does say, warning, you have to bravely give yourself good karma, or even love yourself, or maybe even make sure that you're giving yourself good karma with your loved ones, even children. It says time and time again, you could be looking forward to them, or even breathing light into them, or even breastfeeding them, or even stroking their ego, or telling them off, or making sure that they're okay. So sometimes you as parents will deal with things in good ways. Sometimes you warn yourself that you can't give yourself too bad situations, or even harm your family members or harm your loved ones. But you're warning yourself to maybe take care of the situation and love yourself and see blessings come. It says, warning, one day you may not have any more problems in your mind to think about when you have good karma with your family, especially if you are a teen growing up into adolescence. It does say you are blessed into your mind. If you're a teen growing up into an adult, it does say, warning, if you are an adolescent, you have to see that things are going to work out just fine with your family. But it does say, warning, you have blessings with your family overall. So sometimes you have to see what's going on with your family and see that blessings are coming to you. It says trial and error is there with people. Right now, people need to know what's going on with their families, and their families need to support their children, and their children need to know what's going on with their parents and things of that nature. It says study the information and take care of your mind, and look forward to blessings coming in the near future. All this judgment is there with people right now, and playing mind games, and all this evil and negative jealousy. It says members of your family will never hurt you as long as you see that great news is coming to you, and warn yourself that the troubles are gone. Make sure that you look forward to good karma coming in with your family. And it does say blessings will come to you as long as you see that great news is ahead of you and is coming towards you. Okay. So a lot of, needing to kind of like sit down with family members, have family discussions, stuff like that. Children in the family maybe, a little bit worried or nervous at times as well. You might need to see into their situations in a more delicate way. For some of you guys that have younger children, or, teens, adolescents, yeah. So, because looks like someone as well wants to see how far they can push their luck as well in maybe a troubled teen, or it could be even you, Leo, as an adult, but towards family member or even a friend, or maybe even a lover of some sort. Okay, try to warn yourself not to self-harm yourself in any way, and to love yourself and give yourself good karma. Okay, and look for the people that love you and don't cause them pain through your pain. Okay, it says blaming no one but police or custody or care homes is something that I thought I could have, and I feel like I could have it still. But warning, if I go down that route, what's going to happen to me when I see myself in that problem? I could never see myself in a problematic situation, but I don't want to tell myself I've got problems like this. I would never want to see myself in a problem like this. Just warned myself, what the hell am I doing when I try to stroke my ego way too much and see that I've got problems with people in the same systematic custody or even care? I don't want to hear that problems are there with people, and I hear myself all the time. Dealing with people like this is not going to be helpful to me. And I realized this when I had troubles in my mind one day, and I saw my friend there, and she was dealing with something that she had got going on. It says I knew that I would have problems like this in my mind if I dealt with her, and I realized smoking and drinking is something that I know I've seen, but it's not going to affect me enough to say I've got problems in my life. And with my fine-mindedness, or even father figure, or even family member, or even problems with people that I have in my own mind, I don't want to hear that I've got problems in my life the way she has. So I warn myself to speak less about the situation. And I look for forces beyond my affairs to have great news. I just know that people always talk to me and let me know things are happening, and don't know how to support the idea. Pushing my luck at times because I want to see what could happen if bad news comes. At times I don't want to see good news comes. And I'm warning my family not to speak, but I'm also giving them grief right now. And I don't want to hear that I don't have grief, because I always have grief anyway. But I do have problems with people always laughing at me and making fun of me and making jokes. And I don't know how to support my mind. So help me if you're my mum, or even if you're my dad, but help me, I need some help. So some of your children are screaming out for help. Some of you guys could possibly be cross watchers and may have Leo children, and some of your Leo children need support right now. Okay, all right, so let's see what's going on, because they may have things going on in their head that they need support with. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Says, love yourself too much, don't you? When I warned you that I would never be there for you, I told you this, but I told you you could have someone around you that would see you in the blame game that you want to put yourself in and tell yourself that you can't do something. I'm telling you now, look forward to Gladys energy coming in. Gladys, because I'm telling you, I'm glad that you have good karma in your mind, but I gladly wouldn't want to dare speak to you or even tarnish my reputation for you. I'm really glad that you have problems, because I could push you into that problem and I'm probably not even going to be helpful to you. I'm wondering how I can support you with this problem, but I can't help everything that you've got going on. Wondering where it's going is not going to be helpful to you or me. I just can't help you with everything, and I realize I'm probably creating problems as well as giving you nervousness and giving you problems, and I don't really care. I just know that I want my way, and I want my way, and I want my way, and I don't want to hear anything but my way. Could be dealing with an earth sign child or earth sign, maybe there's an earth sign, a younger earth sign. Okay, probably dealing with one. It says this person may not be good for your well-being or your mental health. It does say stroking your ego is something that you may want to do. It does say warning, you do want to see someone that's going to help you one day, so you will support them with many things that you've got going on. It does say you have to see why it's not going to be beneficial for you to get involved with people of this kind when they don't really want to speak to you. At the time they feel like they do, but they don't. And sometimes they do, but they don't want to. It says time and time again, you see people in your mind about things that you want to deal with and can't support them. And many times over, you'll see things in your mind that you can support and can't support, but you love yourself many times over to support a child or a family member. It says there's a child here that doesn't know who their father is or doesn't know how to support their mind with things, but you don't want to speak about it to yourself too much and warn yourself that blessings are coming to them. It says sometimes you realize that problem is they don't see everything that's going on and poorly judge the situation or don't understand everything. They wonder where it's going and they don't need to know everything. Okay, so it could be a fire sign, not a fire sign, earth sign child here as well, male or female. It does say warning though, water sign man doesn't need to speak about everything that's going on because he warned himself not to speak, but he has blessings. Nevertheless, he sees what good karma can come from his situation, or helpfully gave him good karma with you and his mind when he told you that he had to move on. He says he knows now not to speak to you, but he understands what he did and what he hasn't done and who he's with and where he's going. He may not see everything that you see, but he tried to support you with everything that you had going on at the time. Even had cursed himself a little bit and may not even realize it. He does know that he has warning signs all over him, but he doesn't know everything that's going on. And warning, it does say you have bad news to give someone if you do want to speak to them. Warning, there is something going on that you may never have noticed. Warning, you haven't seen everything that you did. Warning, it does say bad news if you get involved with it. Warning, you may not see it or even notice it, but you've tried to warn yourself that blessings are there regardless. It does say blessings because you do want to put yourself back a step, or even want to hear that blessings could come to you with a friend or a frenemy. It says someone here doesn't know what you did to them in a relationship and may not see what blessings have come out of the situation either. It says this water sign man doesn't understand that he may have done something or not done something and may have not spoken about it in a long time. It says he knows that he could have done something to harm himself, but he doesn't know how to support the idea, seeing that he has not done it. He may never have done it. And it does say he knows that he did it, but he didn't do it in a way where he understood what he was doing. It does say warning, you do see that you have a problem there. Warning, there could be a problem brewing for you and you don't realize it. It says warning, I'm trying to let you know that you have problems. Warning, look into the situation and take your time. It says warning, you may never see it and it may not even last if you don't get a hold of yourself one day to see what's going on. It says sometimes things can come back around tenfold, and it does say sometimes it can happen to you. 1 week later, you may not see good karma with your love life or even your lover if you're not careful. It says some of you guys have warning signs to deal with. And many of you are dealing with warnings right now, looking forward to better news with your family or your lover. It says, warning, you have to see blessings come to you and support your mind with many things over and over. It says sometimes you see you have a friend or a family member that doesn't need to get involved with everything, but good karma is coming to you, and your lover is also going to be your mother, your friend, your family member, or even a child, or maybe even a personal detour. It says sometimes you have to look what's going on behind the scenes and don't speak, but it says someone here is trying to harm you. So be careful and be aware of who it is that could harm you. It says the earth sign, air sign, or even water sign could harm you, but it does say they're not trying to harm you enough. It does say blessings are there for you to see that good karma is coming, and great news of gentle meditations are going to help you at this time. It says sometimes you have to see blessings, and you've got to warn yourself that blessings are coming. Okay. Anything else before we move on to the singles? It says, I know I want to speak to you, but I don't know if I can see you right now. This is an earth sign, or it's someone that may water down situations or look forward to blessings coming in to help you support your mind with things you've got to do in your guilty ways or your conscience, or maybe even things that you know that you've got to support when you go to private matters such as pregnancies, or even warning yourself that you've got to go to I don't know, maybe it's a health clinic, or it could be something in regards to your memory, knowing that you've got things to do in your mind, or even say that you done something or you did something. It says nothing set in stone, but you may want to look into fraudulent activity, or maybe even look into bad news, or maybe even look into problematic situations that you can force your way out of, or maybe even see that you are stopping these things from happening. Possibly even stopping them because you don't want to see that bad news is coming. It does say, warning, you have to see blessings come to you to do this, and warn yourself not to speak about bad news all the time. It says mental health is something that you have sometimes, and you really have to deal with it in delicate situations or delicate ways. It says stress related issues are not going to save the day either. So sometimes you've got to realize that people don't want to deal with you always and ongoing. Okay, could be dealing with an earth sign, could be dealing with an air sign, could be dealing with a water sign. It does say, really wanted to speak about this, but I can't. And it says, I know I need to say something soon. I don't want to harm myself, but what if I want to hurt who I am with you? What if I don't want to speak to you anymore? What if I don't want to deal with you anymore? What if I don't want to harm myself like this and push myself down the stairs or in a police station or even somewhere delicate, like even out of my mind? Like, what if I don't want to do these things, but warning signs are there with people that always want to see me in a problematic way? It does say warning, because what if I'm looking for things that I know that I can push on, and people are there telling me that you have bad luck with me? It says, I have complained way too many times and warned myself not to speak, but I can hold it back and never speak about it. Okay? So you could be holding back on some feelings right now, Leo. Okay? If not, it could be a water sign man here that's holding back some feelings and complaining or contemplating, you know, kind of taming something there. It says, blaming a situation is never going to be solved overnight. Understanding what you did or how you could do it is going to help. Sorting out yourself and looking forward to blessings is coming in. It says someone here doesn't want to see blame all the time, or even to blame you. It says you have to warn yourself that great news is coming every day, and support your mind with things that you have to do. It says someone here doesn't want to see that they harm you, but they're harming you all the time, and you realize that with their nagging or their moaning or their nervousness. It says many times over you've seen someone nag or moan at you, but it could be a child or an older brother or sister. So sometimes this person gets on my nerves, and I realize I can't sleep. I can't deal with them, and I don't want to deal with them. Okay. So maybe this person's just nagging in your ear all the time. Or maybe, you know, it's sibling problems with, you know, maybe your children or maybe your own siblings. Okay. All right. Anything else? Singles. What's going on with singles? Singles don't want to speak about being alone. Some of you guys may be a bit tired or even fed up, but being alone is something that you warn yourself that you could be doing right now, or maybe even seeing how you can move past it. It says the trouble is you just don't want to hear that you've got problems. People always tell you you've got problems with people, or people always have problems with you, or nervousness is there with jealousy, or people that always want to get involved with other people's problems, or maybe even give you problems with other people's problems that harm your mind. At times you really regret it. Sometimes you just don't know if you should subject yourself to good karma with lovers, and you feel like sex is something that you want at times, and maybe even say that you need some more support with this. At times you just don't want to hear that problems are always there, and you'd rather leave the situation to unfold. You just rather sit down and wonder where it's going next, or how you can support your mind with your health, or your lessons, or even personal detours in your mind that you've got to support, or even support in ways that you know that you love yourself way too much. Okay, so smiling at me is going to help the situation, is it? Because I wouldn't want to know that you're always smiling at me, but I see you smiling at me. Okay, so there could be an air sign person that feels like you're smiling at them. Okay, or a water sign person, or maybe it's you guys that could be, feeling this way about those individuals. It says work on your ways. I don't want to hear that you're always going to dramally give me problems when I want to get involved in something. I look into something and I'm seeing if I can have a go today. Could you give me time in my mind about it? Okay, so someone here wants to know if they can do something today. It doesn't necessarily have to mean, something related to romance, but it could do. It could have something to do with sex. Okay, or it could have something to do with just someone, talking about something that they need from you today. It says, I want to know if I can look forward to blessings today. Can I use it today? Can I use it today? So maybe someone wants to use something today of yours, Leo. Okay, it says something that belongs to someone else is what's needed to be used, or maybe even someone that's smoking, drinking, or taking alcohol, and maybe wants to use and needs someone to call out for it, or maybe even getting involved with something that they know they need some support with other members of their family, or other people involved with them to support them in some type of event. Okay, all right, maybe some of you guys could be event planners or help someone with some type of event. Okay, let's see what's going on with those in a relationship. Says those in a relationship have long-lasting careers, or even journeys ahead of them with their commitments. Some of them want to see that commitments are going to be solid and brought forward to attention. So some of you guys really want to know that you're supported, and even probably going to give your children up for adoption, or even seeing that your problems are not going to be solved overnight. So some of you will see that you don't have problems at all, or some of you will see that you have blessings on its way. It says karma's coming with some of you that have bad news with your family members. It says some of you don't want to hear it, but you've got problems with your family members, and ongoing ones too, if they don't want to support you. So sometimes the poor judgment is not going to help the situation, but what if they want to try and tame you there and put police or custody in your life? It says sometimes I realize I don't want to deal with problems in my mind, but what if I've got a problem today and you would never know? It says you know that you've got problems with me, I know I've got problems with you, but what if you want to put problems in my life that I don't even need to see? Okay, so you could be dealing with your family situations, Leo. Okay, it does say Leo doesn't want to stress it, but someone wants to push a negative mental stress on you so much to the point where you have to deal with Leo's problems, or a letter coming out to support someone's mental stress. It says someone here doesn't know if it's coming, but someone realized that they haven't spoken enough about the situation. They just warned someone a day ago or a few days ago that there is people that do sponsor the idea of supporting you, and maybe even not wanting to know that it's going to be good news. It says, I know this. I need to speak about my mind and let the situation unfold. I'm going to hate myself if you hurt yourself, or maybe even go too far down the wrong road. It says some of you are dealing with problems with your family members, or even people that are getting involved in situations too far, too wide, or too deep. Or even personal lover doesn't know how to support himself or herself, and doesn't know how to support everything that they've got going on. Okay. Anything else for those in a relationship? It says your love life is going to be certainly great. Okay. It does say some of you guys are moving towards marriage. Some of you guys are you know, wishing that you could judge, wanting to move towards marriage as well. Some of you guys are open to the idea of loyalty and trusting that you can build bridges and mend the fence, or even broken things that you know that you can break up with in your mind can support you with blessings coming in. It says the problem is people do judge you or even get in the way of your love life or things that you have got going on, or wonder if you can have support systems there to support you in your mind. It says blessings are there for you if you want, but it does say warning, sometimes people get in the way, and I understand this with a person that doesn't want to see me or has problems in their mind as much as they do right now. It says she knows she wants to come in, invade her privacy, or invade your privacy, or invade somebody's privacy. Warning, she may want to kick off again. So watch out for this earth sign that may want to kick off again and doesn't know which way to go in their mind. It says holding on to personal problems in myself is going to be a problem for you. I realize I have problems inside myself, but what if I want to steal from you or take from you? Now I feel like I've got the upper hand. It does say blessings are there for someone to feel like they could do this if they've got a problem with you, or is it not a problem because they don't know you? This person never spoke to you or saw you, and you can really speak about why this person's going to be a problem to themselves if they try to harm you and then you harm them. It says, my word, wouldn't you try to do that? So I'm bravely trying to do something and then causing myself harm too, because now I know it is on. It is war. Someone wants to look forward to your family being hurt or taken, or even saying that your family is going to be a sore loser one day because they are problematic in their mental health. It says this person doesn't know how to change, but one day they will change. And if I help myself with what you've got going on, it says then I will change you. I don't want you to get involved with my personal problems or even my family affairs. So 1 week at a time, I am watching you. And I'm seeing that if you jump over the mountains to hurt me like the way you think you're going to, I'm probably going to kill you. And one by one, you will get it. Okay? So it does look like Scorpio is not having it, because I do see Scorpio in this. I do see there's an earth sign in this. I do see there's an air sign in this. It does say struggles are there with people right now wanting to harm you. And it does say people want to harm you, Leo, because you could be the adult or a child to someone that wants to harm a person around you, or centered with you, or centered around you. It says no one knows why people keep struggling today or even nowadays with their personal health problems, or even sweating out what they've got going on because they're filled with lies, or even detours in their mind filled with trails of regret, and want to know that more and more and more regret comes. But bad news for the Leo. It says, I know that I could harm them so much to the point where help is going to be needed. It says the trouble is that no one knows this person enough to speak about them. And maybe if I get involved, I'm going to hurt myself too. 1 week at a time, this person's going to take the time and see how they can harm me. And I realize I'm going to get harmed. So warning, if I get involved with you and your child, are you going to get involved with me and mine? Says this air sign person. It says the air sign person is brewing with confidence or even negative venom right now, and wants to see that struggles are coming into their mental health at the same time to stop themselves from speaking or doing something deliberately to harm someone. It says trial and error is there with people like you. I want to see hurt comes to you, but I don't know how to support it if it's going to come to me. I realize that it can come to me. So if I speak about it, then I want to know it's going to happen to you first, then it can happen to me after. But I realize then I'm putting myself in a problem. I see this because if I keep trying to harm you, you're going to harm me, then we're going to harm each other. Where will it end? It says stroke your ego. Pretend that you're speaking about it to yourself. At least do something to show me that you're coming out to tell me off. It does say bad news for whoever is speaking about things to the point where they want to know that someone is going to get vexed or come out and harm them. It says this person doesn't know how to stop themselves from seeing bad news, but they wonder where it is going and how they can support themselves move past the problem. It says the problem with this person is they want to see anything to jump over mountaintops to kill themselves dead. But I warn them not to speak to me Look into your own problems. Other places can give you help with that. But you don't want to listen though. And you wonder why it's going to work in your favor one day. It says it's going to work in your favor only if you trust yourself. But if you don't trust yourself because you're nervous at what it is that I'm going to bring to the table after you brought to the table all this detrimental karma coming to me, it's going to happen and you will never like yourself for it. So warn yourself that trust issues are always going to be a burden to you. If you're trying to harm me, I'm going to harm you. Okay? So you could be warning someone, Leo. If not, this could be someone around you warning someone for you. Or someone could be warning you. However it goes. But I'm not seeing much romance going on right now with someone that's just being a troublemaker. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the marriage for Leo. Leo does not want to hear that bad news comes to them. Problem is that they have great success with their sexual ideas and passionate nights with their plans, and even a person that wants to join in and give them good karma. It says the problem is that they don't want to speak about whether or not it's going to happen tonight, because the problem is getting worse with someone out there that wants to join in problematic situations. It says joining us in our mind to help you is going to be better. What if you work for me? I could help you with your work. I do know that I can work with you and support you and probably pay you a lot more than you thought you could have. It says I know that I'm going to pay you and gift you this month because I see you have struggled, but you potentially brought in so much that I want to support you and gift you a really good karmic mind. Just a karmic mind, because I need to support where it is going or how often you could give us this kind of justice. It says you have probably paid so much in this time that you didn't know what to do or how to help yourself, but you probably didn't even know that you could do it. I was never going to be able to support myself ongoing like this if someone didn't help me to support myself and stabilize who I am. But I trusted that I had to give this information or even tell myself that I had to support it ongoing. Okay, so someone could want to work with you or your person, or maybe you're supporting, things that you're doing, Leos. It could be things more so related to your partner and what your partner is doing, in regards to their work. It says most definitely the work is going to be built on ground one or even the level of guilty pleasures. It says someone here sees that they have guilty pleasures and don't know how to close out a situation, or sees that trial is there for someone that needs to support their mind. It says personally I wouldn't want to see that the door closes, but I've got to close the door on my ex, and I realize my ex is always in the way. I just don't want to hear that the problem is always there with you. I realize that you're always going to be there for me, and I don't know who you are or where you are, but at times I want to know that sexual energy is going to be yours when I do adore you. It does say some of you guys realize that you're moving on past a situation with a person, and maybe even speaking to a Capricorn or a Leo is trying to chime in on the wife energy of his girlfriend. It does say some of you guys are dealing with your fine-mindedness or even having a fanciful evening with your person. Okay, could be dealing with an Aquarius, could be dealing with an earth sign, could be dealing with a Taurus. Certainly wanting to sow seeds for success in your beneficial things that are happening for you right now, or even sex is something that you want, but you just know that you have to close the door on it right now till you see sense with your marks of great news. It does say you have marks of great news because you're trying to warn yourself that you are struggling right now to close a chapter on something, to see something else. But it says the world is changing and good karma is coming into your mind, or things are changing for you, and you just got to see what happens next week or next month and tidy up. And it says good karma can come to you, but tidy up your mind and tidy up your lifestyle and even your ways, because good karma can come to you when you see that blessings are always yours. Okay, anything else to do with the marriage couples before we move on? It says smoke and drink is something that's not going to work in your life, but I see that blessings are there for me and my problems with friends, and people that don't know me are going to tell me off. I want to see that I am not in the way of you, and I don't want to hear that I'm in your mind about it, but I do see blessings are there for you to tell me that I've got good news with whoever it is that I'm around. And I see that plenty of sexual energy can be around if I'm in a bloody I don't know if someone's trying to push themselves into a negative place as well, like a care home or something. It says the time has come for someone to take away your minds. It says someone doesn't want to take away your children or your family, but the person wants to put themselves in a problem to see if they can get there. It says sometimes you have to deal with the problems with people in your family, or even see that problems are not going to be solved overnight. It does say someone here wants to take an opportunity with you to work with you, or even work on your whining or moaning or your drinking or your smoking, or maybe even see that problematic situations can move past the situation. It does say someone is trying to push too hard for a bad rep or bad information, or even look further and further or deeper and deeper into the minds of others to get what they want. It says someone here needs to work on who they are and close the chapter and mind their business. It says someone could be intervening in your marriage, or even in your love situations, or your love life, or even your personal family matters. It says sometimes the situation is right there under your nose at home, and you have to see why the person is speaking so madly to themselves right now to the point they want to harm themselves. But it says bad news for whoever's going to do this. They can't see good karma come to their mind, and they have to stroke their ego or pretend that great news is coming. Leave the situation to unfold naturally and let the situation die out. All right, so let's see what's going on with Aries and Leo. Aries does not want to hear bad news come to them, and they're warning themselves to steal their ideas away from their mind or their parents, or the problem is solved, or even move on from situations in their mental health and struggle no more with their mental stress. It says stress because they're dealing with a lot of stress and problematic situations, or even private affairs, or even lime energy, like lying a lot, or even wanting to cancel out curses or spells, or even root work, or even negative neighbors, or even pregnancies, or even problems with family. It says nine-mindedness is there with Leo, and Leo does not want to deal with anything to do with Aquarius, or even stress with negative jealousy, with vinyl, venom, like people having venom, like, negative jealousy and what could happen to them, so to speak. Okay, it does say someone here doesn't want to murder me, do they, or want to hurt me. It says someone here does not want to harm you, and you need to stop speaking this way to yourself. It says let the situation unfold. It says someone here feels very, very tired of everything that they've got going on and doesn't want to speak about anything anymore, to the point they want to curse themselves and close the chapter, or even leave the situation alone and have great news. Sometimes you've got to see blessings come to you, Leo, and it says you have to help yourself close the chapter on one woman or one man that's giving you bad news. Okay. See what's going on with Taurus. Taurus does not want to hear that bad news is coming, but warning, they are creating havoc in their mind, trying to see how far they can get with something. And warning, they're trying to do something or dose up someone to see if something can happen. And warning, what if the problem comes and you see that problems are not yours? Warning, they are doing something but they don't want you to know. Warning, they should not get involved but they know that problems are there. Warning, they are doing something, be mindful. Says stroking your ego too much, but I can do something to make sure that you are harmed. And I realized this when I heard that I could do something in my mind. What if I want to steal your family from you, but I could drug them and make sure that they get harmed? Who the hell is this? It says bad news for whoever it is that's thinking this way. It says she will be reported or even concerned to the point where she knows that she could get in trouble. It says the bad news that comes through this member of your family's mind at times to make sure that I am left out could really make me feel like I'm going to get the upper hand. Warning, I do know I have the upper hand with people that can give me the upper hand. So what if I take the opportunity to steal away your custody or even your problems and make you feel like you have the problem? It says no one knows why the problem would be mine if you're trying to drug my family. What the hell are you thinking? It says many times over the problem can work in other ways, but it does say warning, whatever she's thinking in her head to try and take away your fine-mindedness and make sure you have a problem would also be negative. It says you do not give your children any smoke, drink, weed, or alcohol. It says sometimes you realize that you don't even have problems with people in their mind this way, but they create havoc in their mental health to the point where they want to see problems too much. It says sometimes they've got to realize they've got to walk away and stop speaking about people in bad ways and curse them and make sure that people are hurting again and again. It says time and time again, this person needs to walk away and stop speaking to you or even being rude about you and your in-laws or your family members or sorting out things of that nature. It says time and time again, someone here keeps bruising or attacking you and doesn't know why they're doing it, But it does say, please be mindful of a negative member of your family, or even a person that is going to create harm for them. It says they know they can speak about probably giving you things to harm your family, and they know why. They want to speak about bad news in their head constantly and look forward to justice or even harm and don't know where to go. It says, leave us to deal with this one. She will never see you again in your life if she tries to drug or abuse your members of your family. She's going to get it. Wow. So sometimes people in their head talking all kind of crazy about what they're going to do to people. You have to watch out for who's out there, Leo. Okay? So let's see. Let's see what's going on with Gemini. Gemini doesn't want to get involved, but sees that they could have a problem with you today, tomorrow, or next 2 weeks, or even a year. It says they know that they could. They're just walking away right now, trying to figure out who they are. Okay, let's see what's going on with Cancerian. Cancerian does not want to get jailed, or is even mentally retarded right now in their mind, like, what the fuck am I doing? Who are you to tell me anything? Where are you going? What the hell are you telling me? What the hell are you talking about? What the friggin' hell are you up to? Where is it going? What am I doing? Where are you dealing with other people? How is it happening? What's going on? So they're very much in your business, but in a way where it's behind the scenes right now, and they're kind of telling you off, but behind you. So let's see what's going on with Leo and Leo. Leo hates the hell out of Leo and can't stand Leo, but Leo loves Leo at the same time too, and wonders where it's going, and wants to harm themselves at times with negative jealousy or mental health or stress related issues, or even get back at someone with things that they know they could do, but doesn't know how to support the idea, and probably judges the situation clearly in the wrong way, but at times in a good way, because they warn themselves to not speak about smoking, drinking, alcohol, or even liquid use, or even problematic situations that they could harm themselves with, but they warn themselves they can't help it, but they need to see blessings come to them, or look for help mentally, or even concern themselves with good news on how they can support their mind better. It says, try not to speak about negative jealousy or even problems in your mind, Leo. Move past an ignorant situation and join us in your mind and have good karma. Let good karma come to you, and lessons will be there to have surprises, and great news will be there to have surprises too. You've got to warn yourself that great news can come in many different forms, or many different detours or directions, or even things that you knew that you couldn't do. You can support them in many different ways. Just leave it to us. We are dealing with it and helping you move past negative mental stress. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Virgo. Virgo hates the friggin' hell out of you and can't stand you today, but it does say blessings are there too when they open up their mouths too much and see that they can't help you or even solve your problems. It says problem is they can't get in the way of your problems, and even speaking to your mind, or even your mum or your dad, or even females, or even parents, or even other things that they've got going on in their mind, feeling like you could be in the way of something. It says you're not going to be in the way when you know what's going on, and if you did, then you need to mind your business. It says the problem with Virgo is they don't know how to mind their business, or they're always in the concerns of other people's. It says they know they need to speak less to the situation and look forward to better news coming into their life, or else they're going to be in problems tenfold, because I'm not going to allow anyone to tell me that they've got to be in my mind telling me what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. If they're always going to be in my mind, there's going to be a problem, and I believe that there's going to be a problem soon if they don't keep quiet. Okay, let's see what's going on with Leo and Libra. Libra does not know what karma is hitting them next year or next week. It says trouble is that they have problems with people giving them back to their mind at this time, or doesn't know how to support the situation with people judging them or telling them off. It says Leo is trying to create havoc for Libra, or even the Libra that doesn't even know what's going on with the other members of their family, or even their karmic situation, or even their finances, or even problematic situations. It says struggles are there with people right now, and it doesn't say it's a good idea to speak up about anything. It says the trouble is people will warn you not to speak, but then they will steal from you, take from from you or even lie to you that things will get good. It says now you realize that people speaking to you is not going to be helpful about the situation, but you'll have a letter telling you that you can't be on my mind anymore or even helping me with the things that I've got going on, because I'm telling you I can't support everything that you've got going on, but I'll let you see that blessings are there 1 week at a time. I'm just trying to support my mind right now, or see how I can support everything that's going on with you and your person, your mind, or even your teacher, or even someone that can get involved and say you're not allowed to be in this workplace or work environment, or even the institution that we're going to be there with a problem of yours. It says we just know that we've got to see you next year or next month and leave it at that, and smartly dress or give yourself good karma or move on to a support system. It says we know that we need to support you with many things, but we can't help you with everything, and we're trying to warn you not to speak, but you're going to go back to your mind about negative energy, or you're going to have good karma. Which is it? Okay, let's see what's going on with Scorpio and Leo. Wait a minute. Libra still trying. It says Libra doesn't know how to speak, but someone keeps trying to push the energy, and we'll come back to them in a minute, y'all. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio and Leo. Scorpio doesn't know how to speak to you. Right now, they've got things going on with someone that doesn't want to care about you or even help you, but wants to cause a problem today or now. It does say now because they want to come in and close their mind on something that they've got going on, or harm their head again. It says this person may be negative, but it doesn't say bad news. It just says bad news for whoever has to deal with you and this person, and doesn't know how to speak. But it does say you've got good karma overall with the Scorpio, and the Scorpio does love you and wants to protect you and nurture you and take you out, and even pretend at times that they're okay with the nervousness or the problems you have mentally speaking. But it does say warning, they do stroke your ego a lot and help you to build confidence and help you to move on past situations and help you to move into good karma. Love them because they are very good to your mind. Okay. What's going on with Sag, Leo? Sag does not want to hear from any Leo right now, and doesn't want to hear that good karma's coming to them, and doesn't want to speak about great news coming to them either. Warning, they're doing this on purpose, or they're doing this right now because they've got things that they have to carry through to a problem, or see that problems of theirs are dealt with. They are dealing with individuals out there that they don't even want to speak to, but have to warn themselves that problems are coming through. Okay, what's going on with Capricorns right now? Capricorn is not going to solve the problem either. Capricorn does not want to hear that problem are coming in for them, but they're dealing with situations in their mind that are having good karma with you. They just warn themselves that problems could arise for them too if they get the news that bad news is coming to them, or bad news is coming through to their minds about something that they have to deal with. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Aquarius and you. Aquarius hates the hell out of you right now, but doesn't want to speak to you about good karma, and wonders how they can speak less and less and less to you till they move on and murmur to themselves to the cows, moon and back about whatever it is they hate about you, and walk away and move on past their issues or their problems or their mood or their drama or their negative jealousy or their mental struggles when it comes to you or a person around you or people. Let's see what's going on with Pisces. Pisces and Leo. Pisces will not speak about anyone, and Pisces is dealing with their own stress right now, but does not want to challenge anyone, and will see who's going to get it in the end. Problems are coming with people that want to deal with whoever. Let them deal with it. I will not get involved with anyone today, and I will not. When they realize who they are, then they can speak to me. Until then, you need to all move on. So Pisces don't want to speak to no one. Right, so let's see what's going on with your romance, angels. Okay, I see earth sign energy is wanting to be a nuisance in some way, so just kind of protect yourself in some way if you feel like the earth sign energy around you is being a bit negative, or a person that wants to be, you know, creating some type of havoc in some type of way. Just be careful. All right, guys, so let's see what's going on. Okay, it says playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay. Okay, let's see what's going on with your other angel messages. Okay, these are a bit jumpy right now. Let's see. All right. It says, hello from heaven. Archangel Azrael. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Okay. So let's see what's going on with the other angel messages. Oh, family. It says this situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gift within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. Okay, so let's see what's going on with your universal messages. Okay, it says my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. Okay, so let's see what else is going on with your angel numbers. Number 57, number 6, number 11, number 40, number 28, number 8, number 29, and number 16, and number 1. Okay, that was your reading, Leos. I will speak to you guys in your next one. Ciao for now. Bye.